No data, no growth. You don't change when you try harder. You change when you see clearer. Change isn't about motivation, it's about visibility. So, the observer effect. What gets measured gets managed. Once you observe and track a behavior, it's no longer subconscious. Why? Because you can't lie to yourself when it's on paper, you know? Tracking forces awareness. Awareness creates tension. Tension pushes actions. Uh, Speaking from myself, I noticed that once I really started tracking my actions, I really started feeling accountable because it's a reality. It's not in the air. It's not a concept. It is proof. You know what I mean? It's scientific evidence that we are not doing what we're supposed to on the diet. I noticed that when I don't track calories, I eat a lot of bullshit, and then I end the day fine. But if I track and do the same shit, and now I'm very aware of how much I will gain or how much I'm delaying myself, I feel hurt. I feel pain. But guess what? That pain is what really drives action, you know? A lot of people hate on pain and run away from pain, but that is where the growth is. Without documentation, you're playing a foggy game. No scoreboard, no urgency, no data, no feedback. No feedback is no improvement. You guess, you drift, you forget. Remember that. With documentation, you activate the feedback loop. So, with action, then there's tracking, reflection, adjustment, and then better action. How do you know you're actually growing if you haven't quantified it? If you have no data to support it? Because ultimately, without data, without tracking, you could be like, yes, I'm getting better. But with no proof, it's an opinion. It's not a fact. All right, it's an opinion. You know, until there's proof, then it's a fact. It's a reality. So if you're not seeing the scale move, if you're not seeing yourself thinner, are you even losing weight? Who knows? You may, but we wouldn't know. So you turn effort into data and data into strategy. This compounds like interest for your habits. Why does this work for the brain? So, as long this is the plus side, especially if you start so sensitizing your dopamine receptors. Every time you check off your log, it triggers dopamine. All of this creates structure, which reduces decision fatigue, and it reinforces this identity that you're the type of person who tracks. And it also makes you feel consistent. Tracking equals navigation. Without tracking, we're wandering. With it, we're piloting. You could honestly the part of the reason why I made this video is just I had a realization that hey, I really need to track. Like there's no if and or buts. I'm on top of my shit when I track. It's a habit I'm developing. This video is just as much for me as it is for you, the viewer. And yeah, we're all trying to be somewhere. Or maybe not be somewhere. I would say success, it depends. But if we focus on internal success, it's just an expression of what's already there. Um, we are becoming who we always were meant to be in our soul. It's just we picked up some bad habits along the way. That's life. But now our focus is changing our habits and becoming the person, developing these habits, which are subconscious actions, actions that don't require any brain power. So it doesn't matter. Let's go. Every small documentation gives you trajectory, altitude, and course correction. These are the internalized beliefs to install. If it's not tracked, it doesn't exist. If I track it, I own it. If I document it, I can evolve it. That is it for today. It is a short video. Why? Because we're not on track. But we're course corrected today, and that's all that matters. And I hope you do the same. Just keep being yourself, keep taking action, and half ass action as long as you show up every day. That's what matters.